also moving down. 1v2 here for Nuke.
Edge of Night. Nuke dodges away. Great stuff from him. There's the teleport as well, though. G2 maybe looking for the fight as Wonder comes in, steals away the Death Mark, but Wonder now caught off. Death Mark's onto Nuke. Patrick here for the chase. The miasma comes down. Nuke pulled back. Somehow survives for a very long time, but eventually goes down to Wonder. That's a shutdown. Patrick gets a counter kill, though. Tower goes down in the top lane as Jankos keeps pushing in.
So this is the bit that I wanted to mention just before the fight happened. You talk about how you haven't really seen much of Wonder's impact, but it's been very subtle. He's been chipping away at these towers in the two side lanes, and he'd actually taken a lot of HP from that tier 2 in the top lane, and that means that Jankos wasn't in a position to help collapse down towards the bot side, so instead he just pushed top. So while it looks like a 1-for-1 kill overall, G2 get themselves a turret, OG secure their third Drake of the game, and again, overall it's a fairly even exchange, but OG, they're being pushed back a little bit in terms of topside control.
Infernal Dragon for Origin is pretty good though, and I do just want to bring attention to the AD carry itemization after this replay, because we are going to see Nuke be very slippery for a long time now.
So he pops the Edge of Night very early on, but because he's still standing on the miasma, he takes a lot of damage. Alfari, he does have ultimate, but he decides not to use it because he's worried about a bigger ensuing fight. And then the miasma positioning there as well was really good because it meant that Nuke couldn't flash out of that situation, meaning it made it easier for Mickey to land the hook to help secure that kill. So they didn't end up trading a 1-for-1, very solid. But now you'll see Zhonya's coming out from Wonder. Sonya's now completed for Caps. Spell Shield onto Perks, but they're looking for Caps once again.
Quickness straight on towards Wonder. He pops the slicing maelstrom. There's the Zhonya's as well, but the Ignite is taken away, and Patrick will not quite hit the Mystic Shot, but eventually gets the auto attack in. There's another kill for the AD carry on the side of Origin. Nuke jumping in onto Jankos. Deathmark to follow him across the wall. There's the Requiem as well. 2 quick kills for Origin. They turn their eyes straight towards the Baron.
Yep, they have 5 members alive. G2 do have push in the mid lane though, but Origin, they don't care. They're just going to run the risk. Remember, they're a very squishy team, but they're going to look to take this very, very quickly.
Slicing Maelstrom still up for Alfari. Has got the flash as well. He's in this flank position. You can see him just down towards the bottom of your screen as Cap steps forward, looking to see perhaps if they can steal away the Nash. And Mickey going in as well. He almost gets it with the ultimate, but can't quite. Smack comes out. Tower goes down in the mid lane, and Origin will settle with the Nasher. And it looks like they're going to give up this mid lane tower. Perks on the push. Alfari isn't going to go for the fight, but Mithy now not in the best of positions. On the hunt was popped by Perks. Mithy caught out. Goes golden, but there's no real way for him to go. Caught up with the Phantom Undertow, and Caps will get the kill.
Misplay there from Mithy. He didn't back with the rest of his team, and he ends up getting caught out by Caps. So at the very least, G2 take 1 Baron off the table, but OG, they still secure a massive objective, and they find a good couple kills onto G2. So here we have Wonder isolated in the middle lane. He overextends with no defensive tower to keep him alive, which means that he ends up getting picked off. Then Origin continue the pressure because they just want to get some vision in the enemy jungle, and they find Jankos. Good use of the ultimate there from Nuke to chase him down, ends up finding another kill, and then they make their way back towards the Baron. So G2, they trade it for a mid-tier 1. Perks has actually been keeping up in farm, and you'll notice that he even has a gold bounty and is still relevant in this game as he has completed 2 items. But they are overall still behind, though I say still behind, like the Gowl gap is only 1.5k.
It's about 1,000 gold between the 2 AD carries as well. We are seeing the double tier build from Patrick. It's what we usually expect to see on Ezreal's now. Gives you a huge amount of damage output in these later game team fights. And I always feel like I'm in a dream state at the moment, because it's been a very long time since we've seen any team really push G2 this far. Like 15 minutes they've been even, 20 minutes sometimes it's been even, but coming up to the 25-minute mark and have a team ahead against G2 seems very surprising.
Yeah, but Perk said it himself. He thinks the Origin have shown a lot of improvement, and that if anyone could challenge them, it would be them. And you know, one of the things I said earlier in the day was consistency is something we've been looking for a lot from our teams in Europe right now, because a lot of the middle of the pack seem to be a little unreliable, but Origin has been the team that's steadily been improving week on week, and now they're actually challenging the first place team. They have the Baron buff, they're sieging onto the mid-tier 2, they now lead with 4 towers to 3, and G2 have been pushed harder than any other team has been able to push them so far this split.
Have to see if they can play from behind against Origin. 25 minutes in, 2.5 item Karthus, almost a 3 item Zed as well. But you are getting to that point where the Cassiopeia and the Sivir are truly online. You're looking at Essence Reaver, Battlefield, Fire Cannon for Perks, could go towards the Infinity Edge next.
Infernal Drake is spawning in about 50 seconds as well. Those will be pretty important. Look at these up and down spikes. It's just the difference in when G2 is getting a tower and then when Origin's getting a tower, and when those small objectives
swing.
are dropping, yeah. But I also want to take note of some of the items that have been completed.